Oh, and we're live. Hello, guys. Damn. Welcome. I am so late today. I was stuck in training, so that happened. So now it started raining, and then it was just kind of. And my battery died, if you can believe it or not. Um, if you can believe it or not, my battery ran out. Tried to call to us for being requested. Your phone was off. Thank you very much. So then I had to wait for my phone to charge, and then now I'm here. And the game has started, and I'm still trying to open the game because, I have no idea how many people are here now. Or you guys just gave up because I wasn't here for 30 minutes. Have we scared yet? Have we scored yet? Oh, no, we haven't scored. I thought there was a goal. 3 minutes in. So today I will come in and I'm 3 minutes late. That is just brilliant. I'm recording now. Okay, so I have to now update the scoreline and everything and change everything as we are going on. Thank you to everyone who has liked, although I wasn't even here. You guys are real ones. So it's going to be a bit scrappy, obviously, with everything I do to start off with. But I will have to say, the team is surprising because that's all I can say, right? It's like, what? Okay, we did that. Oh, great, nice. It's not even like, oh, wait, what just happened? Muskungiphaphela an African excuse, musa nje ukungiqinela ungijwayela kabi. Because this says a watch along, it doesn't say live stream of a video. Leave my stream because you're annoying me. Futhi, let me remove this person. Anyways, the game is going on. I am so sorry. Kunabantu nje who like ukuthi bakupitchize umoya, and there's no reason. There's just no reason. He thinks he's just gonna come in here and disrespect me because he can. It's annoying because there was a guy also today on Twitter was threatening to beat me up because I'm criticizing Chiefs coaches. So he's basically telling me what I should and should not say. And he's probably watching. Whether he's watching or not, it really does not matter because you can't be going around threatening people just because you can beat them. You know, to me, there are certain things that just don't make sense. Anyways, we are live, guys. And I thought I saw Munyane. Did I not see Munyane in the starting 11? Because now I'm seeing things. Am I seeing things? Am I crazy? Because I thought I saw Munyane on that. I thought I saw Munyane on the starting 11, but I will double check again to see what actually happened with him. So Stellenbosch are wearing white. Okay, they are not wearing their normal color. Thought they would be wearing red, out for blood. With Gavin Hunt obviously out here, reading his excuses before the match even began. Oh yeah, we are playing a team that hasn't played in 12 days. I Gavin Hunt now. But I get him. I get he's angry. He's angry, Covenant. Scoreboard. There we go. There is a scoreboard. We got the first thing right. Khosi is saying 5 was nguquko. Yeah, definitely you can see it as some kind of a problem. One thing that I'm looking forward to, guys, in this game as a whole is nothing else but Chislet giving a 10 out of 10 for the game. That's all I want to see. I just want to see Chislet play. Oh my days. Oh, that's offside. Thank God. If Chislet has a good game, that's it. Even if we lose, even if Chislet has a good game, it would have been a good game for us. that matters to me like a lot. That matters to me with the Chislet performs because wow, the poor soul has been on the bench. He's just not been regarded at all by anyone now at this point. Yeah, so I hope he performs. Wow, my boy just turns like that. And Dupreez is playing. Silva, that's a goal. That's offside, yeah. That was a good movement. So they've substituted Modi with Silva was onside there. Was Dupreez ahead of the ball? I think so. No, Spamandla, I can't share the screen because that's copyright. Usimangaliso was saying ngathi usukhohliwe. No, bengingakhohliwe. I was actually coaching. And people said I must stop criticizing the team and start coaching my own team. So that's exactly what I did. I'm joking. I didn't do it because of people. I did it because I wanted to. So yeah. So I am actually, for those people who don't know, I'm actually a coach. I do coach. That's why my voice is like this. Because there was a lot of shouting instructions, a lot of coaching, a lot of this, a lot of that. So yeah, I'm fixing the starting 11 now so that you guys can see in case someone is joining in and they can see what's going on. So in goal we have Peterson, who also happens to be the captain. And then left back we have Makate or Marco. Okay, we'll just continue with. I thought I saw Monyane on that initial thing. Was I saying things? Am I being crazy? Oh no, that's not offside actually. Dupreez was behind the ball. That cannot be offside. So we were robbed. We were definitely robbed. That was not supposed to be disallowed. That's a goal. That's a clean goal the Chiefs scored. And then they disallowed it. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? It does suck because we would have been ahead so early on in the game. It's nice to see Mabue and Ngobo together. Like, it's refreshing, right? It's very refreshing. Dupreez back after such a long time. You can tell Uguti they are already preparing for the derby because the pace of Dupreez to make runs in behind. That's what they're trying to do. Now I can show this. Stellenbosch. Okay, let's check Stellenbosch. What are people saying on the comment? Spamandla, I did say my brother Uguti, I cannot share the screen. Spusiso is saying, Bilo, what's happening? What do you mean what's happening? I cannot share the screen. Copyrights and whatnot. My video gets blocked. I can't. I'm sorry. But it's the law. That's offside. Ulilep was supposed to release that ball much quicker. Yeah, he was offside this time. Sbusiso, what do you mean? What's happening? What are you referring to? 1 2 1 2. Yeah, my mic is working. The game does look promising for us, Shem. The game does look promising. Please like the video. Ngobo finds silver. That's a good pass. I haven't seen Chislet. That's kind of worrying a bit. I haven't seen Chislet. That worries me. And supposed to, so you thought I wasn't going to do the live. No, I was late because of the fact that I was coaching. The training session is supposed to finish at 7, but then it started to rain, and then my battery died, so I had to wait for my phone to charge so that I can request Uber, then come back home. So it was just a series of unfortunate coincidences, and that led to this, to me being late. So I'm so sorry for that. That's why I arrived late. Umlosh is saying, going to see the wingers. Good to see wingers taking back and playing in the half spaces. I've been crying for this for some time. Funny enough, they've been doing that, well, on the right at least. Lillepo was doing this. Uka is asking, am I happy with the lineup? I am. Not even going to lie to you. I would have preferred to say Shinga instead of Marco. But the rest of the team is fine. We have Umaboe, who can basically play as a sitting midfielder and allow Ngobo to be box to box. We have Uchislet, who is a natural 10. We have Utupris for pace on the other side. You have Ulilepo, who can tuck in, although I would have preferred him on the left. But they play him on the right. The simple reason why they play the quick, hard-working type of player on the left-hand side in Dupris or Modi when he's there. They do that simply because they want them to do a lot of tracking back. And on the because the left, not just tracking back, they're going forward and coming back, going forward and tracking back. That's the reason why they play that player, because the full back on the left doesn't overlap. He stays as part of a back three. So that is why they want someone who can cover the whole wing as a winger, but also cover it as a defender. So it's a wing back system basically. So yeah, people are angry. It's playing on 202. Your people are complaining about Lilep. You guys are not happy about Lilep. I think one of the first few comments was complaining about Lilep, which is selfish and all of that. You know, with players who are seen as selfish or are selfish, I do feel that sometimes it's because they tend to take more responsibility. That's just an unfortunate thing, but that's what tends to happen. That's what tends to happen. So they are playing it 3-4-3, these ones. Simple and straightforward. Calvin Hunt. So that you can see their lineup as well. Stevens. The game so far has not been. It has looked more like Silva finish, Isan, goal line clearance. Beselalise phansi no keep. This game looks like we're going to win it. Like everything about this game says we're going to win. Everything about this game says we're going to win. Excuse me. I didn't see the true Polias by Ulangelihle Phili Cupido, and then Titus on the right. Finally, after Stellenbosch, finally after 20 minutes, I'm done with the starting 11 and everything. Okay, let's come back here and show the away. I want to see more. The old man looks rattled. Can we like the video? We currently have only 58 likes, so can you please like the video? Spelling my comments. Abantu bayakhala ngolilepho ngempela. Ubiko is saying responsibility is fine, but he must learn to delegate. Lepo scoring these long ranges became a curse because even when he doesn't have a clear shot, he wants to shoot. Scoring these long ranges comes because he keeps on shooting even when he doesn't have a clear shot. It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because on one hand, he scores those things or does the impossible because he is just that. So, yeah. Man Bakala Ngolilepo, Marabo saying Chislet passes are nice, reminds me of passes Matlow makes. So that's it. That's the video I'll make. I'll make a video about Chislet hyping him, and then people will say, you see, this is why players can't perform at Chiefs. You hype them up after one game. I will do that, Velangnandab. Umole Kwamarumo is saying Chislet can find his teammates very well. His passes are accurate, timely, and defense splitting. Unomsa Ipakane is saying Stellis looks tired. Already making excuses for them. I see you, Nomsa. He keeps it simple, Ushumlosh. My boy is just another level. He is. He's very good to my boy. We need more than 2 goals in this match. Take the confidence to the derby. Khosi for the win, we should win. Webkid is saying we need to keep this tempo, then we'll surely win. Chislet. Or release out Chislet Mnand Isan, but I think it's so. I think one of the things that people judge Tulilepo is because I saw someone, damn, they're in behind. That's a handball. Is that not Rand Paul? Or is because we had already fallen? What happened to Monyan? I thought they said he was starting. Did they? I'm trying to see that. Let's see. I want to see Guti. Oh, it was Solomon's. I saw Mabu. Monyan is on the bench. Chislet. Chislet. Isan. Now just let him land. Just let him land. Is Padman on the bench? No, Padman is not even on the bench. Oh, Ntwari is on the bench. I'm actually surprised. Shingacele Sirino Shabalala Vilagazi Dub. I actually have a very good bench. Damn it. I need to change this. Sammy, let's choose one of them. Whichever. Because I'm wet, Pilala. This thing is wet. Ew. How is that? Sibuyile ke manje. Sibuyile manje. We are dressed nicely. This kappa thing. Open P, guys. As people can say all they want. Chiefs has hurt a lot of people to a point of even prominent figures such as Menpi have just disappeared. Wagcina nini ukuzwa sikhuluma ngoMenpi? It's crazy, right? Okay, Ming is saying is they are happy with Chislet through passes. I know we need a team player, even if sometimes it helps us, but it holds us back at times. Otandile is saying Ugupu Batman. Yeah, I said I don't know. Chislet, guys, we were robbed Chislet for a long time. Alright? Like imagine if you had started the season all along, it would be something else. It would really help us. Abo Maboyas, they do these simple things that when a pass forward is not on, they won't do it, which is good. They won't force it. Yeah, he's played really well. Which is late. He has played really well. But this is scaring me. How easily we are getting opened up. But we are playing a more open game, which means we are going to concede a bit more opportunities. So, yeah. So funny enough, the game looks very open, but it's kind of a bit scary. Happy saying Chiefs cheers the same time. Yes. Kathembis. Upingnomsa La Abbott chose Nation carrying the jersey before you score. Huh? I wanted to wear the jersey because, that's the only thing I can think of. because my things are wet. I also forgot to tell you, it started to rain. So my afternoon just became a lot of things. And even now, I left a meeting, a coach's meeting at the clubhouse. And I was like, you know what? I can't stay. I have to work. Didn't say this is work, but this is work because I'm working, but at the same time, I'm watching Chiefs play, but this is also work. So they can't disagree with me on that one. So yeah. Utati, she's angry. I see Ale on Twitter, they are so mad. Uchiga saying umntu usekakeni, Chislet is a proper 10, too much. Yeah, he's in trouble. Umlosh is saying, I'm happy for Chislet after Farouk Khan's disappointing comment about him. The way I respected him, he made poor comments about Chislet on Soccer Pit. What did he say? There's another thing that I'm noticing on Soccer Pit. And by the way, for those of you who always say, I hate Chiefs and all of those things, when Soccer Pit tried to work with me, I stayed away as much as I could from them. Even when they wanted to take my numbers and talk to me and contact me, I was just not there because I realized they were going to have me work for them and make videos about Chiefs. Even when I was working for Goal, when they gave me a topic and they wanted me to cover a certain way and I didn't believe that, I would change it because I won't say something that I don't truly believe in, and I won't say something for views. Everything I say it because I actually believe it. I say it because I actually see things like that. So that's the thing. What did Farouk Khan say? Namza saying 5 attempts from Chiefs and Noguti Ute Chislet is a ball. And is saying, I can imagine after Chislet getting more game time, some will be benched. You'll be surprised. Ugutu Chislet will have a brilliant game today and then get benched on Saturday. The jersey is itchy because it was raining, and now my skin has this thing of, if I'm in contact with cold water, yeah. Oh, that should be a goal. No. The keeper was there first. 5 attempts. I can imagine Chislet getting more game time. Some would be benched. This is the one who might get benched even after having a good game. And they will say, no, we're easing him in. It's crazy that you would say you are easing him such a proper ball. Pass him the ball. Why are we trying to go over to Priz 1v1? Out to Priz. He just missed an open net. You see what we're talking about to Priz. How do you miss that? It's an open net, guys. How do you miss that? You see what we're talking about to Priz. I said this earlier on. Marco finds him, he chips it over the keeper, and then he misses. Open net. Suga gege, guys. Gege. Utu prison ngam defender bafethu. Ngeke, you can't miss that. You cannot miss from there. What is this? Nee, man, you can't miss that. You can't miss that. You cannot miss. Guys, the keeper is not there. You understand? You can't do that. You can't miss such chances. You cannot keep on missing such chances. You can't miss such chances. How? Yes, it does play like David Hatebu to Priz. We will run and run and run and then miss a simple chance. Yeah, Silva was scoring that easy. Oguhle, how? They are making a change. They are bringing on Butsaka already. Yeah, you can tell Uguti Hunt doesn't like Chiefs. His changes are as early as possible. He doesn't want to take a risk. Ubutsaka, yo, it's itchy. My skin is itchy. Yeah, I'm listening to this guy who's talking nonsense here. Oh yeah, it says Busi. So today, funny enough, this is interesting. The both full packs are going forward today. Hey, okay. I'm not complaining. I'm surprised in a good way. Wow. This is actually interesting. Eh? It's actually very interesting. I don't see Butsaka here. He came on from M. Kanye. Okay, Butsaka just came on for just. That's a goal. Silva scores another goal. And you see what happens when a team starts playing attacking football and they stop trying to be scared. That's exactly what happens. The moment you stop being cowards, team starts playing like this. You start scoring goals. It's as simple as that. We've been complaining about this the entire season, and what did people say? They called me negative for saying such things. Like, we're not idiots, guys. We have eyes. We can see. And this guys is in every way that you look at this game. There is an option in the box. We play a cross to the box. Do you understand? How hard has it been to do this the entire season? How hard has it been? This is exactly the things that will happen if you stop being cowards. No, it didn't score with the hand. It just hit him and then it hit him. Like, we in this game, one thing that we did, we stopped being cowards. Oh, Chislet, hi guys. Why was Chislet not being played this whole time? Hey guys, Chislet inkinga. Chislet, guys, is a problem. Chislet is a serious problem. Exactly. We're playing to the strength of the striker. And we knew all along, guys. We knew. Like, how many times? What I don't like is the fact that how many times when Ikodaro was still playing, when people were telling on Ikodaro, I said, play the striker in the box. Feed him in the box. People were like, the coaches know what they are doing. Find your own team. Coach your own team. We have a striker who's a box striker, a poacher, but when you're going to busy make him a false nine. Today, both the fullbacks are overlapping, so we're stretching the pitch. The wingers are in the half space, both of them, and then we have a 10. So we are very offensive. Where was Chislet? What do you mean, where was Chislet? When? You mean all this time? They were not happy with his fitness, apparently. But whose fault is it? Because it has to be with the coaching staff. So for me, Mlosh is saying Farouk spoke about Chislet in multiple videos, but to quote one, he said Chislet should go back to England or go out on loan because he's not going to get game time. Wow. Silver bullets in the box. That's crazy. That is just crazy. And people worship these people. And that's one of the things that annoy me. Uguti. Since his name is Farouk Khan, that means his opinion matters more. Even if it's nonsense. You understand? So people have this thing of, oh yeah, he's Farouk Khan. You can't argue against Farouk Khan. Of course I have. I can. I can argue against Farouk Khan if he's talking nonsense. Just like when Farouk Khan, I remember someone said something, I said something and then he said, Dr. Kumalo says this. I'm like, I don't care what your name is. If you are talking nonsense, even if you are Dr. Kumalo, I'm going to call you out on that. For example, I remember Kevin Hunt saying, I don't understand this nonsense of playing out from the back. Or he said, I don't understand the obsession with playing out from the back. I'm like, of course you're not going to understand the obsession of playing out from the back because you are stuck in 2019, mate. I mean, in 2015, 2010. So you are going to always think about, you are always going to think about that. So sometimes I think people must. Silva scored that goal. Who's chowing the stairs from now? He will, Vel. He will. But now let's be fair. There are two things here. Chislet is definitely doing better as a 10 than any 10 who's played for Chiefs this season or the past 2 seasons in this game. He's finding forward passes, he's in the right position at all times. But I will caveat that with this. There is also width that's coming from the wing back. I mean from the left back. So we're occupying more spaces, which allows Chislet to also be in the right spaces. So we need more goals. So this thing of itchiness is annoying me so much. So for me, today, all the things that needed to be done right have been done right. So, but again, the problem is come Saturday, will we be this bold? I hope we are. I hope we are this bold even on Saturday. All we are not told they are always together. And I like the fact that the super sport people are always showing them. Even when they're at Orlando, they show them. I was with them at fan base. Um, Uh, we are going to the halftime soon. We are going. Yeah, I remember even the Brian Baloy one. I challenged it and I just called it what it is. Nonsense. I'm not going to agree with someone and say, oh, they are right just because they're a legend, even though they talk nonsense. Umara was saying, I also hope so. We can't be intimidated by 11 men when we also have our 11. I hate spineless football. Chislet is proving our coaching staff right. That's right. Utikson is saying Chislet is proving our coaching staff wrong. Exactly. I'm glad he is. He's even taking set pieces, guys. This is crazy, right? 2 minutes have been added. That's not a bad delivery. Umlosh is saying there is something beautiful about 10 who walks around the field when we have the ball. It allows him to have special awareness and clarity compared to a 10 who's always running. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tactically, today we got most things right. I'm seeing a lot of things being right. Blessing is saying, Pelo Prime, I'm happy to see Ethan Cheese, Parmalat. His passing is gorgeous. That's true. Maxwell is asking, Mpelo, can you please find out for us who Kaizer is communicating with in the earpiece? He's talking to the analysts. Well, at least in most teams, that's what that earpiece is for. The earpiece. So, from the side that you are watching, up there, they sit by the media. They sit by the media, the analysts. So video analysts are tracking everything that's happening. I don't know how sophisticated it is in South Africa, but they can even track if the players are wearing those, you see those trackers. They are tracking how many sprints a player has made in a game. They are checking how quick they are sprinting. So when they see that a player is not sprinting enough, they will communicate that with the coach, and then the coach can do something. Some subs, the reason why Enzo Maresca even left Chelsea is because he was told by analysts, not him, but one of the analysts that sit on the bench who has an earpiece was told, hey, Palmer is tired, take him off. Enzo is like, I still need this guy. What do you mean I should take him off? They're like, nope, take him off. The tracking devices are take him off. And then they took him off. And then that pissed off Enzo Maresca, which led to him eventually leaving Chelsea. So all of those things are the thing. Our Jacob Flames is saying the only thing Lilepo should fix is awareness of his teammates. He fixed that. We have a top winger. True. There is that thing, Yoguti, you might want to feel responsible for everything, but sometimes you just have to do the simple things. Because you do a simple thing, you look like the best player. Because funny enough, people who do the simplest things are the ones who always look the best. I remember even Guardiola talking about Messi Uguti. Or what makes Messi stand out is the fact that he just makes everything look simple. It's not that it's simple. It's just that when you have a clear thinking and you know I forgot to tell Abu Captain, guys, Wasiko. I forgot to tell you. Our captain ufuna ukukhuluma uthi ngicheck la. I didn't tell people that we are not going to the stadium. Yeah, so the halftime, I think the highlight has been Chislet, obviously. The highlight, the highlight for this game, the highlight has been Chislet. I think Chislet has been brilliant. Chislet is cooking. Unage is saying, let's talk about Chislet. It's dangerous. The boy just needs game time. That's true. It does. Umloj is saying analysts have tactical cameras which allow them to see things you can't see from normal camera. It's not that sophisticated. It's just a camera and they have GPS trackers. So those things are tracking and they are reporting up there. So it's different softwares. There's one that the cameras are just tracking the whole pitch, which they've mapped out. And then there's GPS trackers, which are tracking the movement of. So it's two different things. The cameras are just for analyzing from that angle and for analyzing themselves for the next game. And then they also have the tracking, obviously. I don't know how they track if you O2 Max because they can't put those things in them. But they just track how fast the person is doing. Who called heart analysis is saying Yoshislet is cooking in the number 10. Yes, he is. Asandes is saying Substitutions, he can't pass, put in Villa. Ulwaz is saying Mpilo to please miss chance, but I like his run. Ulwaz, I think fans are unfair because if Mtutuzi had missed that same chance, people would have said yeah. So that was the problem that we had to Guti. Yeah. Utu praise, if it was Mtutuzi who missed the chance, people were gonna be angry. But yeah. Uchislet has been brilliant. Chislet has been brilliant. Chislet has been really brilliant. And it's just hey, people don't understand as Uguti how much umuntu wants this team to win. I have loved the Chiefs since I was a kid, and there are people who just think, oh, you are just criticizing Chiefs because you hate them. Hate them in. Oh, that was a transition. The goal was from a transition. I didn't check that. So we transitioned nicely and then we attacked the box. Yes, I was on TV. I was on Versus today at 5. And I was busy coaching even then. So you can go check it. I think it's on YouTube now. I will link it. I'll link that video after the game is done so that you can go watch it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Guti, Nkoseng Pile, for example, is saying there's nothing wrong with Dupreez. These things happen, and if he continues like this, he will score. Mduduzi made the same runs. He missed. The NH was not the same. My problem, guys, is not which player and how we treat them. I'm saying if we're going to criticize Mduduzi for missing chances like that, then we should criticize Udupriz. But if we're going to leave Ulilepo like that, if we're going to criticize Mduduzi, then we should criticize Udupriz. If we're going to defend Mduduzi, then we should defend Udupriz. So for me, I'm saying he missed an open net. I can't say these things happen. You're a striker and you've missed an open net few weeks ago and you've been doing it for the past 4 years at Chiefs. How can I excuse that? Ukopano is saying to Priz misses chances like it's on purpose. And then people are saying Chislet Kista. Is Chinga on the bench? Yes, Chinga is on the bench. I hope Ethan scores as well. Why did Chislet not play all the time? Because the coaches were not happy with something. Ujiga Flames is saying they must give Shinga at least 5 minutes to prepare him for in case we have a left back problem. He's always ready. Exactly. I'm looking at this miss again by Dupriz. I don't know how you missed that. No, man. He could still even control the ball and pass it. The net is open. I do not get how you missed that chance. Aurora Sang is watching from Limpopo, is asking, how are we doing? Oh, how am I doing? I'm good. I'm just, as you can feel, my voice is gone from all the shouting. There really is really impressive. The coaches are cooking. Lilith is saying, I saw you on TV. Yes, I was there. Who assisted Umkulu is watching Amazulu. I don't understand your question. The assist was from who was it? It was from not Chivaviro. The assist was from, who is this? Ranga, not Ranga. The assist was from Lilepo. Yes, the assist was from Lilepo. Please like the video, guys. Uspio is saying, Chislet so far so good. Love is reading of the game. His pitch awareness is 100%. He's been like that the whole time. But it's fine. We're not going to complain now. We're just going to appreciate the fact that he's now playing. Kopano is asking, why does this Chislet pass better than Nuno Santos? Wasn't he for free? If you are quality, you are quality. Pelo uhlala enquthu baf. Angeke ngisatshela umuntu ukuthi ngihlala phi, because now I'm not even going to say where I live even now. Maybe I've moved, because someone was threatening me today saying, I know you live in Albertine, I'm going to beat you up because you are negative about the coaches. So he was saying he's going to hunt me down. What's his name, Futi? Let me say his name here on TikTok, so that on YouTube, so that people know that this guy was threatening to hunt me down and beat me. Where is he? Let me look up his name. On Twitter, his name is, what's his name? His name is Busiso Shongwe. Yes, his name is Busiso Shongwe on Twitter. He's been threatening me the whole day, insulting me, telling me that he's going to find me in Albertine and beat me up and teach me a lesson because I'm negative about the coaches. I want to see if we will be able to score goals, Kushumandla. I'm actually saying Pilo Chislet is exposing these coaches and Ushilo Uguti performs by sinking in. Yeah, but you can't say that anymore because people are going to say they selected him. There is no winning. There is just no winning. Whatever you say, people will defend them. So, it's fine. Tapelo is saying, Lilepo, I hope he saw his mistakes. He did assist, so maybe that's, yeah, maybe let's hope he's learning. Yo, maningi. I can't find your comments anymore. Oh. Yo, khona lama pass akisho chislet. Mnandi too much. Tapelo selling Lilepo. I hope he saw his mistake. Umlosh is saying, I agree with you regarding tracking their GPS data. But I can tell you now that analysts use tactical cameras in real time. I've seen that, what I'm talking about. Yes, Velama cameras, Abo, they track everything and the lines and the shapes and all of the things. I know those cameras because some of the analysis softwares that I wanted to use, they also do those things. Uguti, that camera is also tracking even the number of passes, even the accuracy of passes, and a lot of things in those cameras. But the main thing that they are tracking is not good, it's the only thing, but they are tracking also those things. I'd like to focus to Precious after the loss he had. He's not the same. But guys, Modi lost his mom. I think he dropped off for a few months, but he came back. I understand a loss, people process it differently. But how long are we going to keep on giving him that excuse? Because if he hasn't recovered, he must go to the stands until he has gotten professional help. Because it wouldn't be fair also to praise himself. Uguti, he has had a loss and he's still recovering from that. And then he now gets criticized for missing open nets. So he must recover. You can't fight on both hands. You can't be struggling mentally because of a loss to the family member, which is a painful thing to go through, but also having to deal with the pressure and expectations that come from playing for Chiefs. So the ball drops. Oh my goodness, he misses. As when I watch that thing again, it's just crazy. Upumlan is saying, Unjan Puti, Ashley need to be serious, guys. He can't miss open net while all of us, we know that Kaizer Chiefs fans are cruel. We can't accept players to fail to score open net, even in Africa. That's true. Uputu is saying, just let exposing these coaches, look at the passes. Marvelous. And we've been crying about creativity the entire time. And I've been saying to people, the problem with Chiefs, as much as people are complaining about the misses, but there's also lack of creativity. Look at what Chislet is doing. Look at what Chislet is doing. Umtu is saying, Amapaska Chislet Pilo Anzima. People are crying about Dupreez. Melk is saying, Yal forgetting Mobo is making everything work. That is true. He's just going to be forgotten because now his performance is going to be overshadowed. Or rather, overshadowed by the fact that Chislet is playing such a brilliant game. Asan is saying most of the time Stellenbosch were dangerous is when Dupreez lost the ball because he didn't pass. Marvin is saying, I'm watching you from Tanzania, London. Too. Danko Marabo saying he looked like he was trying and not look skill. That's the only way I can justify his miss. Upizo is saying, I think we're saving him for the second half of the league. Plus his fitness was an issue. Ethan is amazing. But how can you be saving a player for second half of the season while you need his creativity? Because I can tell you now, in a month, you can condition a player and get them ready for the season. Uisona Kalibo Pela is saying the interchange of Ngobo and Mabue in the number 6 is one, if one is going, the other covers. Utsireleto is saying, I wish when time goes, to get more minutes. I pray to God. As for Dupreez, guys, please stop doing that to him. I think he's been for long. He's trying. Now, guys, we need to be honest, God. About Dupreez, we make excuses for them. About Tutuzi, we attack them. We can't defend one and attack the other. Because I'm sure if this was Mtutuzi, y'all would be attacking him. So I would have a problem. For people who are attacking him, so you are keeping the standards the same. But the people who are now defending all of a sudden, while if you can go to the previous live stream, I'll find that you guys the same people were critical. So it's like, let's be fair, let's use the same standards and make excuses for all the players if we make excuses for them. Not to make excuses for some and not make excuses for some. As for Chivavero, Chislet is playing well, we're playing beautiful football. Dimlo is saying he messed up. Let's focus on who is doing right and hope that Dupreez picks himself up and does better. Assist from Lilepo, Umelki saying Ngobo is the key to everything. Chislet is a baller bafethu kusho exterior. Uzibeleto is saying, I think we now have taken charge of this game. You can see the build-up, the diagonal balls from the left to right. Our midfield is so clinical. Mabue reminds me of Maluleka when the Pizzo took him. We have control. It looks like we know what we're doing more than ever. And we're patient as well. And now the nice thing is we have the luxury to do this. Utiwani came on from Daga, and then Upalace also came on in midfield. Utiwani came on. Please like the video. Chislet is having a brilliant game. He's brilliant. Upalace came on from Tiana. Wow. Don't even know when Butsaka came on at this point. He came on the 34th minute. Palace came on from Tian. Is Palace playing as a midfielder or did someone drop? He's in midfield. That's actually crazy. Put pressure, Silva. He's outside of the box, Lemond. Seeing Musa Libusa play is just crazy. I think Khosi is saying Da Silva has improved with his ball handling. I'm happy for him. Star is saying Chislet is playing well for his first game. I hope he continues with his performances in the second half. Umpo was hoping that they don't sub Ngobo and they haven't. Longelo Mea is saying there's discipline in the midfield pairing. It's also working. Maxwell is saying, I love it when we're busy here. That was wrong of the fan to threaten you, Mpilo. I've learned a lot from you analyzing soccer. I'm older than you, but you've taught me a lot. Thank you, Maxwell. Mlos is saying, I would like to see Cross in this game so we can play proper back three. That will allow us to push Ngobo closer to Chislet and reduce the distances for better combinations. Which is like Yonkinto that is doing right now seems to become gold. Wemlosh, I don't think they do it on purpose, having the two midfielders there. They want them to stay like that because, well, it was a WM formation that they're trying to use. But today it's less so because you can see Marco this time around goes forward a lot. So I'm happy with that. Albert Utogozani saying, Pelo, I'm not watching the game. I can hear most people say Chislet is good. So do you think he will be our man on Saturday? Logic dictates he should be. Logic dictates it should be. They just scored. Damn. That's the only downside. That's the only downside. I don't know what happened there. Upili is scoring again. Pili is earning his big move away. I wasn't even focused at the time. It's too easy. It's too easy. Utupris went to sleep because you see why we always talk about Modi. Why we talk about Modi being good is because he actually becomes part of the back five. He makes sure that the person who's trying to cross won't be able to cross. So when Dupreez fell asleep and left Titus unmarked, the ball was definitely going to be crossed. You can blame Solomons for the ball running across him, yes, but also how did we allow the cross to go in? And I know Manchester I have an agenda against that. Yeah, Solomon's now, but why was Titus free to just make a cross there? Because the ball went across the entire back line. But someone was supposed to be marking Titus. They are attacking again. Abadlali base-South Africa bahlupha la. You dribble a person once and you wanna dribble them again. Debo was saying, I love the plan on the coaches. Stellies were not expecting to praise. So the pace is troubling them. Now, if Lilepo can be a little clever, or if they bring in Fundo, the chances created can be used. Uchiga was happy about the deliveries, and Unomsa is saying they wasted that corner kick. Otandile is saying, am I the only one who still believes in Samgelo Zwane? Samgelo Zwane Mnandi as a footballer, but he must, it's that whole thing of you can be the best at everything, but your work rate is going to ultimately decide. That is why we had Umar starting every game for Chiefs, while people thought they were better players, because he just worked harder. That's why Utupriz plays. That's why Umodi plays. He just works hard. And Usamgelo Zwane, as good as he is, he just doesn't take his football serious. And it's an unfortunate thing with our footballers. Like Umteto, I love him to bits. But the problem is, since he's been injured, the guy comes back, unomkab. What do you call that? You can't do such things. Watch professionals from other leagues. I know when I say Europe, some people get offended. Why using Europe? But you won't say a player. If Salah gets injured today, when he comes back, his six-pack has become even more pronounced. Understand? He gets even more ripped. But South African players, they get injured and then they look like they never played the sport. Because they are not working on their recovery. Ngathi bafuna ukuphola nje phela. But it doesn't look like. Masikole is saying, I want to see CCS Cross, Chislet and Sereno in the same starting lineup from Grahamstown, Eastern Cape. Oof, Chislet. Asanda is saying for Ngobo Maboy Chislet to continue with the magic. They need Villa. We considered no need to panic. Ushusbo Siso and Bakalango Solomons. He can't let both Marco and Solomons go. Lilebo is playing according to instruction, not according to what we want as fans. What are you talking about? Being Noms is saying Cupido is slow. Mlosh is saying the scorer was running with Solomons and he allowed Pili to run in front of him and score. Yes. As I mean, I'm not taking that away from you. Yeah, that happened. It's true. One question that I will never answer. Yeah, let's see. Let me watch the game. I've read too many comments. Unoms is saying Ungobo is unfit, creative but unfit. Chislet, his son. Uchislet, I hope it doesn't get to his head. He's played a good game. Don't try and score. Continue passing. You are our creator. Well, God is our creator, but you get what I'm talking about. You are creating chances for us. Continue giving us that because you are doing that expertly well. For once, I'm going to do an analysis of a Chiefs game and be actually happy because there's a lot more good things that are happening in this game. Wenzeni uMarco? Time to introduce Cele. For who? That's supposed to be a goal, no? That's not gonna be a goal. Someone score there, please. It's nice to see Ntwari back. Yeah. The funny thing is that our team never told us that Ntwari was injured. We saw it online somewhere. Marco just lost the ball. And is saying, I say a slower version of Mfukeng in Chislet. His decision making is super. I think one of the biggest sin, not Marco's sin, but the sin of Chislet has been the fact that he's not the quickest, maybe. So because of that, he's seen as slow. And if you're a slow player, sometimes people view that as you are not good enough. Especially if you are playing Route 1 football, you need runners. But if you have a Chislet, a thinker, if you have Ungobo, a thinker, people don't like that. Well, these coaches specifically. Another mischance. Umrosh is saying, by the way, I'm not condemning Solomons, but I've noticed he's error prone and his mistakes are costly. No, I agree with you. He does make mistakes. I can name 2 big mistakes top of my head. Free kick he gave away at the derby, free kick he gave away against Sundowns. That free kick led to a goal by Mahopa, the other one led to a free kick goal by Ubvuma. So it definitely is definitely injury prone. Why was Mayo here? I feel this game would redeem. I wish Mayo was here. Yeah, true. You are right. I agree with him, gaming. Because this is one of those, it's one of those where things look like they are going right and another goal could as well be coming. It's one of the very few games Chiefs is playing better today. They are. We need Villana Ungush Awande. Endless is saying Olampilo. All away endless spokesperson. Bedtime story saying Yampilo. When are we subbing you in for the win? Mina, you don't sub me in for the winner. You sub me in when you need control. We are leading 1-0 and you need to shut the door. Then you bring me on. Oh, Kunika recovered there after making a mistake. Ngobo gave that away. Did I update the score? Son. They are now tighter on Chislet. So I'm hearing noise. That means Fundo is standing up to warm up. So now that's a good question. Why has Silver been? There's control. We have a box midfield. Ethan. Oh, Makat. Makat and line breaking passes. Okay, they are a double-edged sword, shame. When they work, they look beautiful. When they don't work, he looks like he's careless. Ulilep was supposed to open his body earlier on there. Our Chislet has been brilliant. So these tickets are apparently a problem now. I don't get this thing of people online, but people are just not happy. When they don't agree with you, they just attack and it's crazy. Why is Velipa not playing? Modi waiting for the derby. Might as well be. But I doubt it. I think they're just dropping him. Ukumbule pela, Utupris. Umodi is fast, but Utupris is even better in terms of pace. Fans are screaming and shouting, Villa, Villa. And these fans are going to listen. 50-50 game. Lilepo must fix these little things. Umlosh is saying, I believe Mdu can be a top number 10 if he can slow down, stop running too much, and think more. Couldn't agree with you more. I agree with you completely. And the thing is, you combine the fact there is a quick player. Did I have a player like that? I think I did. Umongezi last year. And I think even in an interview with Debza earlier on in the season, we're talking about this Ndaba Kamduduzi ukuthi he's too quick even for his teammates. He's just too quick even for his teammates. So he will run and be ahead of everyone, and there's no one to pass, and that becomes a problem. And he's saying Ngobo seems to lack. He does not progress the ball anymore. Maybe Ukatel. The pace of the game has gotten faster. Thoughts on Chislet to prison Ngobo. Chislet has been brilliant. Chislet has been brilliant. That's all I can say about him. Utupris, the runs are good. That's the thing. Utupris, you can never fault him for his movement of the ball. You can never. Like, you can question his finishing, but not his... You cannot question his fighting spirit. This Stellenbosch kit is actually very nice. It even has the Table Mountain, Drankensberg. But you can't, his pressure that he applies. Even on Sunday, Saturday, he might play because of that fact. So, yeah. Don't give a penalty. You can't lose to Covenant, guys. Something's burning, no? And then Ungobo will give you that every day, every single time. He's going to give you control. Who's coming on? Ele, and who's 23? Is that Shinga? I think that's Shinga coming on. Is that Shinga? Because we don't even know the number of Shinga, an official one at least. So, Mpelo, who do you prefer, Velepai or Pule? For overall play, Velepai offensively gives you more, much more. And you can teach him to track back. So if I was a coach at Chiefs, I would be starting him. Marco just lost the ball. Yeah, I would be starting Velepai. That's an easy one. And he's saying Solomon's side is under attack. That's true. Maxwell is saying, Mpelo, do you think playing tonight might give us an upper hand or the other way around? That's actually a good question. We're playing on Tuesday. It's going to be a recovery session tomorrow. A very heavy session on Thursday. We're talking periodization. Same about coaching match. So tomorrow they're going to have a recovery session. Oh yeah, 74 recovery session tomorrow. Then Thursday they will train again. Then Thursday Friday they will calm down a bit. So, and we have seen how we play. I just have a feeling with these coaches will change things on Saturday. Today they play like they are very offensive and all of that. But then they will change it up because maybe they are trying to dupe and deceive Pirates. So in short, it depends. If we have this rhythm of playing on Tuesday and we play again on Saturday, we have an advantage in the sense that we play while they're taking off. Ayele is coming on for Chislet. Damn. They're also taking off Ngobo. Chislet is going off. Duba is coming on the 70th minute. Chislet is coming off. Because I saw 23, did I not? It's 4 changes and Villagaz is also coming on. They made 4 changes. Wow. I just made 4 changes all at once. Okay, that's interesting. Dupris. Who's coming on for Dupris? Okay. I think it's going to be Uvilaga, Umtutuz. We'll see. Lilepo is now on the left. Oh, yeah. So Lilepo is now switched to the left, it looks like. which is good because it's cutting in now. Who came on? Ucele came on for Ngcobo. And then now Vilakazi is playing as a right winger. Thought they would try him as a 10. And then Duba as a striker. It is a very interesting thing that 4 changes at once, and none of them is Shinga, given the fact that I wouldn't have taken off Chislet. Losh is saying, Pilo, let me give you homework. There is a midfield I've been monitoring from Richards Bay. His name is Zikali. I feel he's underrated, maybe because people don't watch Richards Bay. I would have to watch a random game. Remind me in one of the other videos as well, because now there's a lot happening. Many subs. Do these coaches have something against Villa? Or what the fans suggest or like? No, they came in. Villa is there. Subs are testing for the weekend. Our coaches are not make sure my boy is an engine. That's a player who was taken off, by the way. Or taken off as well. I would take him off. You know why I would take him off, my boy? Because we have a game on Saturday. If there is a player we can't afford to lose for the derby, it's my boy. Anyone else, I'm sorry, but anyone else can be subbed. But Mabue cannot be taken off, guys. I mean, is the one that we can't live without at the weekend. Ucele could come in and control, keep Chislet, and keep Ucele as a 6. Chislet plays, Mtutuzi plays. We're still attacking. Take off Mabue, not because he's bad. I just feel like if he gets injured, we're not thinking about the weekend. And even if people say, oh no, but it's 3 points of the league, yeah, but losing Soweto derby is bad. Only Kokele is saying, Chislet is tired, we're dead in the middle. I think these subs are necessary. Subs. You know, the issue that I have, I'm not saying subs are not necessary. A lot of them were necessary. I'm just saying that Mabue should be rested for the weekend. That's what I would have wanted. Just Mabue, not because it's bad. Get me that. I'm not saying it's bad. I just fear that if we lose Mabue, that's my only fear. I hope it doesn't get injured. Let's like the video. Please like the video. Umlosh is saying, I almost said my boy should be rested for weekend, but he's been resting for more than 3 seasons at Sundowns. Yeah, but thinking the fatigue of this game, I hope it just... I'm not even thinking about fatigue because he has enough time to recover. The only issue I have is if he gets an injury. That's my only fear. Yeah, not 4 at the same time. Someone is asking, Marco, why Aselana? Shinga must be prepared for Saturday. Sorry to say this, but Marco must not play on Saturday. I would also attack Marco if I am Wadu. Duba is through. Oof. Hit that to Shabalala. But there was not a clear-cut chance to do this time around, Shem. We can forgive ingane yabantu. Let me see if this is gonna do what I wanted to do if I put it here. I'm trying to make sure that we can, from both sides. Huh. Jade is saying, Khosi, can you please explain to me why Lilepo isn't being subbed already? What are the options on the bench to change him? Are we drawing? Wow. You know, this is why I always don't understand people who think I don't like Chiefs. My head right now is thinking, oh yeah, Sereno could have come on for him. Sereno could have come on for Lilep because he hasn't done much, especially in the second half. Gavin Hunt was basically smart at halftime. He made sure that he tightened things up in midfield. And now our midfielders are not that functional. There's a lot of running. They're always outnumbering us in midfield. They're always very narrow and compact, which is principle number one. Sereno with Chislet can work. Yeah, they can. I'm just asking myself, how are we going to do work rate-wise? Hey, Mabu and El, we get to see that combination, Ngampela, guys. It's crazy, ne? Son. Ucele leaves and all of a sudden he comes back, his place in the team is threatened. Life is such a weird thing, isn't it? Like imagine being Thabo Cele. We're singing your praises last year. It was just all about Cele. But now it's Maboe. I hope it doesn't drop off because I know my fan base will turn on him as well. Just like they turned on Cele. Abalandel the Chiefs. Ukhomot was saying 4 subs at the same time were not necessary. It's always a balancing game because if you see things are not working, Molekwan is saying now we're playing without direction because the outclassed. I was looking today at school, we're training the under 15s. So what we do, I'm like the coach of the under 15s, but there's the coach for the whole school. Because I teach, so I coach under 15s as like a side thing because I'm a teacher at the school. So what we're doing is we're testing my tactics. So I would do something, he already knows how I play, so he was countering that. And then in real time, I have to change my tactics, which was actually stimulating. It's funny, it's actually funny. Because I was watching, okay, he's now trying to go wide, defender step up, CDM cover for him. It's crazy things that I do and you're like, okay, this is, players have to be awake. And then you are basically telling these 15-year-olds, trust my plan. That's what I'm telling them. And even with the players, you basically have to tell them to trust you. And Players will trust you based on do they understand what you actually want them to do. So what I say to my players is, listen, I know what I'm talking about, and you know that I know what I'm talking about. So when I say to you, stay narrow, stay central, if the pass goes wide, then we activate our press. That's your press. But the initial way that we are set up is we stay central, force them to play wide. And once they play wide, we now have a touchline as an extra defender. Now we can activate our press. But as long as they are trying to play central, they are not a danger to us. Once they go wide, they are easy to press. If we press them while they are central, they'll just play around us easily. But push them wide, it's a trap. We push them wide on purpose so that we can press them. So that's what I see these coaches failed with today. They started with a good game plan, but when hand reacted, they did not know what to do. Marco's gonna score, Marco's gonna score. What a tackle that. What a tackle that. I thought he was going to score. Useluleko is saying, Lama fans at Kaizer Chiefs stadium ila asijwayeza nalabafana. Mas atheka ngolilepo bayabhuwa kodwa ngovilakazi bashaya amakhwela. It's true, if favoritism balandel is there. It's there and you know it. And uvilakazi bashaya ihlombe even if he is offering you nothing. Yini senze uvilakazi since he came on? Nothing. We must also admit to have favorites. I will be the first to admit that Solomons is my favorite because I like players who work hard. Maybe that's why I also like who's this guy? I like Miquel. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Miquel because he's gonna take one for the team. For most people, Miquel is reckless and he causes unnecessary. For me, I see Miquel as someone who will commit a foul 30 meters away from a dangerous area instead of someone who's going to ball watch and consider a foul closer to our goal. So I will rate him. I love Ucele because he does the simple things simple. I like Ulokunj. That pass was too heavy. Umlosh is saying, for all the love and belief we have in Fundo, he sometimes exposes our lack of understanding of the gap between Mahlubi games and the PSL. Yeah, is Umtutuzi Bafet, Umfundo is a textbook Kasi boy. And a pumup gas. A pumup gas. And ngeke buphume. It won't go out because fans still want it from him. Uping Nomsa is saying Richards Bay plays on third match below Chiefs. Yeah, I saw the thingy. Ushabalala is sales pure. The fans are shouting Serino, Serino. And the coaches listen to them. Marco waze wadlala ngumsebenzi kaChislet, right? I know, ngumsebenzi kaMabo. Aundi Kokele saying, that's what I was thinking. The boy will not grow because of the fans. Avenue Kalang Marco Noms is saying Lilepo should have been subbed off. Misses unnecessary. Yeah, and now we're in a situation whereby we have to take off Lilepo to bring on Sereno because we've made these 4 changes, which I think not all of them were necessary per se. I think you can still play a game if you know to praise. And now it looks like we have fewer players in the box. That's a cutback. Pass. Son. My boy is moving up. The confidence of Mtutuzi has dropped. In any other game, Mtutuzi passes that ball or he turns and he shoots. But today, that does not happen. Sereno is coming on, I think. Yeah, Sereno is coming on and the fans wanted him. Yeah, they're taking off Mabua, they're leaving Lilep. It's crazy business. So it's what I said. They've eventually done it. And I'm telling you now, that change is based on how many sprints is it doing and what is it doing. They are just adding more players central and they're going to push Lilepo central, I think. We've just lost the ball. And I think we're ready for the derby. The issue is, what are they going to do at the derby when Wadu starts making changes? Because they started the game well, guys. Like, we can't lie. The plan was proper. It looked like we had a plan. We're offensive. We're not scared. They just scored. Wow. Damn it. Wow. I was expecting... Fucking hell. You have to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. Oh my God. And Kwenika is pulled out of position. Oh my God. I can't speak. I actually can't speak. Wow. What? What happened in the second half is that the coaches cannot react. Guys, there's a difference. I was just talking about it right now, Guti. I said it, but I'm going to say it again. Being a coach is not just about picking a starting 11. That's why I always feel perplexed when people say, oh, we should play a 4-4-2. It doesn't end there. How are you going to work? A 4-4-2 is just a formation, but it doesn't speak to how you are going to play, how you are going to manipulate space, how are you going to make runs, what rotations are you going to make, how are you going to play? You get me? So all of that thinking that systems will sort things out, it doesn't do nothing for you. What does something for you is you are in a match. Stellenbosch realize that you are dominating midfield. And they realize that you are dominating their right-hand side, which is our left. They take off Jost. They bring in a midfield. And then from halftime, they bring in 2 more midfielders. They bring on Opales. What is your reaction? So they see that you are doing better in midfield. So what are we going to do? Let's fix our midfield. Let's fix our midfield. But we didn't do that because Here's what I keep on saying. Our coaches have a belief that making changes in personnel automatically solve our problems. You can change the players all you want. If the strategy and the game plan has not changed, you are still screwed. It's not always about taking this one off and bringing that one on. That will help if the problem was energy, but the system was working. But the system was not working. Problem of being a one-goal team. This is how we felt when we lost against Sundowns after creating chances. Is saying mistakes by coaches, they cannot make 4 subs at the same time. No need for Vilakazi and Tuba. Serena was supposed to come on Vilakazi, not Vilakazi. These coaches must stop listening to fans. Because bazobekuthiwa mduduzi bamfaka. Always is giving up on the team. Muhammad is saying, Abuka and somehow they're on the stands. We can't accept going like this. We need I'm too tired. I don't even know how to feel. Right? Uchislet was going to be man of the match in this game. We don't have coaches, guys, because you can have a good starting lineup and good instructions, but in the secteni, how do you react? How do you react? How do you react? The inability to score goals make me sick. The inability to score goals is a big deal. I will not disagree with you on that, Broski. But the thing is, Mr. Nkuna is leaving. I see all of that, gents. I see, and I don't disagree with inability to score goal is a big factor. But Serena will do nothing now. The thing is, you can talk about, oh yeah, we need to score goals. But the other issue is our coaches now. Players should step up, true. But also as a coach, you must be able to read the game. You must be able to read the game. Asikwazi ukuthi every single game thina sicomplaina ngokuthi asikwazi ukucomplaina ukuthi uhlule ukufunda igame. Unschooling these coaches twice now, it shows this guy is good at analyzing 2 coaches. He knows how to play them. Like, imagine that. And Buffett, I was happy. I even said we're going to score another one. We're going to win. That was genuinely my feeling. That was genuinely my feeling. But abakwazi ukufunda igame ngempela noma, so they can't read the game. They just can't. They should go. I mean, guys, I understand. We just lost. We just lost. We just lost. We just lost. What are the fans going to do? We just lost. The fans are being kuzzed. What nonsense is this? I'm actually just sitting here and I'm trying to process all of this. Uguti, what is this? Well, I guess we're going to the derby and both teams will be, in a bad mood. Okay, guys, let me make the post match and I'll see you there. Bye.